and gentlemen, we are back with yet another video of the Arizona Sports Fan. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. It is awesome to finally be on track and producing videos. That bye week, I felt like it was a lifetime, honestly. I was like, are the Cardinals playing anytime soon? But that's pretty much how I felt. Now, we do still have about 5 more days until we see the Cardinals take the field, but I honestly would rather see that than 10 to 14 days of pure, my goodness, pure like just took too waiting long. But what I wanted to go ahead and talk about today was a couple different things. I wanted to go ahead and talk about obviously the Arizona Cardinals, but just the two games that stuck out this last weekend on a dominant performance of San Francisco 49ers as well as the Baltimore Ravens guys, and they do have to deal with the Arizona Cardinals, and I'll go ahead and mention those facts to you here shortly. Go ahead and roll that intro. Alright guys, so like I mentioned before, today we're going to talk about two of the games that stuck out to me and a dominant performance in the NFC West. Now there's two teams that I'm going to talk about, the Rams as well as the San Francisco 49ers. Now like we all know, they are in our division, so that's why I'm making it apparent to basically talk about these two teams. Now, first game I want to talk about is the San Francisco 49ers versus the Green Bay game. I was really expecting a great game, to be honest with you. I was expecting Aaron Rodgers to, show us why Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers and produce points. But that game was a very, very much of a letdown, and it ended up being a dominant performance from San Francisco, beating them 37-8. That's over the Packers. Like, that is insane numbers to me, and I'm very, very surprised that the defense did that to Aaron Rodgers and basically held him to 8 points throughout their whole entire offense. There was that, and also another dominant performance, but not from the Rams, a dominant performance from the Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is super, super insane to me. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, the Ravens destroyed the LA Rams 45-6. The only points that were put on the board was the fact that their punter got 2 field goals and gave him the 6 points. But honestly, it was a massacre, I guess is the best word to say about the Rams, because the Rams were nowhere near in sight, and Aaron Donald, which is their star defensive lineman, was nowhere near in sight, making no plays. Nobody called their name. Even Jalen Ramsey, the guy they just required, that DB from the Jaguars, his name was not called once in any big plays that's been going on. Lamar Jackson pretty much wiped the floor with the Rams, and it was such a dominant performance that I wanted to go ahead and bring this to all of our attention to say we played the Baltimore Ravens and we played the San Francisco 49ers twice. Now, to go to the San Francisco 49ers side, we definitely put more points up than the Green Bay Packers did. We did a lot better than 8 points, let me tell you that. I feel like both games that we played against the San Francisco 49ers were fairly close. The first game we actually had against them was 28-25, us losing by 3 points. Now, there was another game that we had, because obviously we play them 2 times. The other game we had was 36-26. Now, it would have been a lot closer, and it would be a 1-point margin if they didn't score that last touchdown. But honestly, what I'm trying to say here is the Baltimore Ravens, did they get that much better in defense? Or is the Cardinals that much superior on the offensive side of the ball? Does Cliff Kingsbury's actual play calling and plays that he has designed gonna make it in the NFL? Now, I have proof that it does work in the NFL. Now, as you can all tell already, what we put points on from these defenses that are named as, one of the best defenses out there, we're putting points up there, and we're constantly making each one of these games that we've lost a game. We've been very contending on a lot of these games. There was probably about 1 or 2 games that we actually pretty much got destroyed in, and the one I can actually think of is the Carolina Panthers game. I feel like that game was a no, just kind of not very good game, especially in the second half where they just kind of refused to, produce any points. The offense didn't do anything. The defense pretty much just broke. But that was the only game that kind of really sticks to my mind that we lost a good amount. But I'm really excited about the future, guys. I'm super, super excited about Kyler Murray. I feel like we are in such a better situation being the Arizona Cardinals, being the fact that we have so much cap room, especially next year. We have so much cap space next year. I don't have the exact amount, but I do know it's upwards of 70 million plus. So we are going to be really, really great contenders as far as getting some key pieces in free agency and seeing what we can do to build this team around Kyler Murray. Now, I am super stoked for the future. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Rams are in such a bad situation right now. They have 4 players, of course, because they got Jalen Ramsey in a trade. They got him for 2 first-round picks. Now, they have no choice but to pay Jalen Ramsey what top DB contracts go for, and I think right now it's upwards of 20 million, maybe 19 to 20 million per year. So they have no choice in the matter right now. They are bent over a barrel. They're gonna have to pay Jalen Ramsey this amount of money, and that right there alone, they are paying 4 players next year in their cap. They're paying 4 players over $100 million and just 4 players alone. Like, how insane is that? Right now, the Rams are going through a deep spiral right now and trying to figure out exactly what they can do to resurge their offense. I think what's going on with the Rams right now is Todd Gurley is not the same. Obviously, we're dealing with our own situation and David Johnson currently right now where he's not running as hard, but I honestly do think Todd Gurley is not the same runner that he was last year. Obviously, he got hurt in that Cardinals game, and he has not been the same ever since, guys. So they are in a worse situation than we are currently right now. Yes, they do have 3 more wins than we do, but as far as cap room and what we have for the future, now, and I'm saying future like next year. I'm not saying 4 or 5 years from now. 3-4 years from now. I'm talking about next year. I feel like we can be a contender next year, even if it's not domination of dominating the actual division, but even if we get 7, 8, 9 wins next year, we can get some sort of playoff berth in the wild card spot. Would be pretty freaking awesome to actually do, guys. So I'm super, super stoked about the future. Those 2 games, the Ravens versus the Rams and the San Francisco 49ers versus the Green Bay Packers games, were such a dominant performance on the Ravens side and the San Francisco side that really makes me think. It really makes me think good, positive things from here on out. I'm just super excited, guys. I'm going to be posting the preview game, the preview for the Rams versus the Arizona Cardinals game here shortly. It's probably going to be maybe tomorrow or maybe even Friday. I do know that Thanksgiving is going to be in 2 days, so I'm fully aware of that. We're all going to be spending time with our family, guys. So I want everybody to have a really, really good Thanksgiving. Eat a lot of turkey. Eat a lot of different types of food, guys. Have a very Thanksgiving, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. That's all I got for this episode, guys. I'm out. Thank you so much.